Welcome back to another episode of the Blockchain Brew Show. Another episode in one day. Maybe we should start doing this. A morning and evening stream with one pre-recorded video uploaded every day. Right? You get a morning stream covering maybe mostly news-based, a few charts, a quick Cardano spotlight. We get an evening stream that's a little bit more degenerate, and then we get one pre-recorded video every day. Maybe that's the way we go. I will love morning show. There you go, John. He says, John says, when I get rich, we're going to have to get together and celebrate. Absolutely, my guy. Brew Crew is family, he says. Smash the like button. Let's go. Trent is my friend. I'm feeling the love today, guys. I'm feeling the love. Muffhead says locked in. John Foster Crypto saying smash the likes. Appreciate all of the support, guys. I'm gonna make it a quick stream right now. Go over a few important things. I do have some family in town. That's why I'm running this a little bit early. Right now, I'm gonna bring you guys a bad day to be in a bad mood from Green Cheek Beer Company. This is a West Coast Pale Ale coming in at, I'm gonna take a guess here. Yeah, 5.4% ABV. We've got our ASMR pop. Here's our poor, as opposed to the rich. See, because last week we were poor, but now we're rich. There we go. And okay, let's go ahead and good evening, gents. Incredible day for crypto, especially alts. Props, guys, drink up. That's right, Calvin. I'm going to go ahead and jump straight into some charts today. Share my screen. And I'm going to get trading view up here. Okay, so Bitcoin coming in at $116,928 even. Let me make sure I have this on the screen. There we go. All right, $116,928 on the dot. I'm still down a lot from the Trump dump, have a long way to go. Top 25, others should start running. Serpent juice. Others should start running in a few weeks. Yeah, I agree with that, Muffhead. I do see a traditional liquidity flow in this cycle, right? Where liquidity flows from Bitcoin to Ethereum to high caps to mid caps and then low and micro caps. I don't see a divergence away from that pattern anytime soon. I don't see it happening in this cycle. A decoupling is what I mean to say. I don't see an altcoin decoupling from Bitcoin and ETH in this cycle. I just don't. I think we have a long way to go from that until then. But that should be a good thing for the predictability of the market. And I almost hate saying that because this bull run has been anything but predictable. We all wanted to see that Q1 rally. I mean, we saw it, but it lost steam so badly right after inauguration. And then all the tariff dumps started coming in. But we wanted to see that, like in 2021, that April euphoria, right? And we just didn't get it. So this bull run has been really rough for a lot of people. And you know what it reminds me of? I need to post this as a meme on X of a bull rider, someone riding a bull. And it's like on one side it's like what we expect the bull run to be like, and it's a nice smooth easy ride. And then what the bull run, stream frozen. Let's see here. Is it okay now? I think it's okay now. I mean, Tyler's not here to to pick it up if I freeze. I am getting new internet, fiber optics, not frozen for me. Okay, good. So, it's what we expect the bull run to be like, and it's a nice, smooth, easy ride. And then, what the bull run is really like, and it's like riding a bull. It's, bucking you off. It's just you're struggling to hold on for dear life. Like, that's what this run has really been like. However, at the right time, which I believe is coming in Q4, technically September is still Q3. I think that it starts in Q3, but I think that the true altcoin season is going to blow minds, and I think it's going to be in Q4, right? And Harlem, why the hell Shiba and Turbo ain't moved yet? Well, that's what I'm saying, though. It's because of the liquidity flow. It's not time yet. See, when you back up to last year or even Q1 of this year, we had this situation where meme coins sort of ran ahead of the rest of the market, right? And I think a lot of people wondered why that was happening. Why are the meme coins running and our layer ones can't run? Well, it was because we were in a boring phase of the market where true Bitcoin liquidity was not flowing into alts yet. It was not flowing into large caps yet. And the most speculative things were going to have their moment in the sun, right? But I don't believe that we're going to see another true meme coin rally until the Bitcoin liquidity works its way down the coin market cap list, so to speak. And you've heard the analogy before, but the fondue fountain, where it runs down into the next level, from Bitcoin to ETH to large caps to mid caps to low and micro caps. And wherever your favorite meme coin fits in that cycle, I believe that's when it's going to run. And they will run together. So I don't know. Maybe when you get a low cap run, all the meme coins will run, even the higher caps. But the high caps will probably get two runs: a small run and then a full blown meme coin run. And I'm just speculating at this point. But can we discuss how to set exit targets with many unknown unknowns? Yeah, for sure. So I'm going to jump into the Bitcoin chart real quickly. We do have fresh data coming in here because the daily candle is closed. So we got this good news from Jerome Powell today about a Fed pivot. That's what he signaled anyways. And now that the candle has closed, we have this nice big bullish engulfing candle here on the daily. I mean, look at the size of that thing. It's twice the size of this red candle that came before it. And not only that, it managed to close above the line that I drew as critical resistance, which was $114,931. We smashed that level, and we managed to close above the 21-day moving average. So this white line, this 21-day moving average, never really had a chance to start curving down. That's important. That's really important to maintaining an uptrend. Is, if you got rid of every other moving average and every other line on this chart, if you just looked at that white line, is it curving up? Is it flat? Is it curving down? That's one of the most important signals about market structure on this whole chart, the way that I read the chart anyways. Next thing, we have this W pattern on the RSI. I pointed that out this morning. Okay, so that's bullish. That's a good sign. Now the stochastics down here, we had a bullish divergence on the stochastic on the daily, and now it's turning upwards. It's above 20, meaning that it's not in extreme oversold territory anymore. Momentum is recovering, and now it can get all the way back up to 94 again, right? It has that whole move ahead of it. The stochastics have completely reset, and we're nowhere near being overbought, and Bitcoin is at $117,000, right? This is why we say that dips are like a controlled burn in a forest, right? When you have a controlled burn and you burn up the brush that's on the ground so that you don't start a full-blown forest fire, right? This is what you see on the stochastic. Because we still have a move from 28 to 94 or 96, we can still get that whole move ahead of us on the stochastic, and our baseline is $117,000. That is a beautiful place for Bitcoin to be at, in my opinion. Next thing is the MACD. Call it by its government name, the Moving Average Convergence Divergence. And the histogram has turned from red to neutral, and the MACD line is curving up. And what's going to happen in a few more days if this trend continues is that the MACD line is going to cross above the zero line, which splits the histogram in half. So I'll draw this here on the chart for you, right there. See how the zero line sort of splits the histogram in half right here? Okay, now I'm going to delete it. Okay, so the MACD line, the blue line, is going to cross above. It's setting up to cross above the zero line and cross above the orange line, which is the signal line. So, guys, this upcoming MACD cross is going to be absolutely massive for Bitcoin, especially because we're going to cross the zero line and the signal line. So there's that. Bullish engulfing candle and moving averages look good. 1 week. On the weekly, this inverse head and shoulders pattern that I have been showing week after week, this inverse head and shoulders pattern that I've been talking about on the channel remains intact, and it is confirmed even stronger after today. And the target is up here at just below $170,000. The neckline remained intact. It was never broken. And, that shows me that this move is still very much in play. Coming down to the 4 hour. The 4 hour is looking to it's looking to confirm support above the 200 period moving average at $116,951. So that's the line that we want to start closing 4 hourly candles above. So do what you do, set a signal on that line if you want to. You know, we can definitely range right here for a minute. We could even range between the 50 and the 200. So that would be a range from 115.7 to 116.9. That could happen. I think we're probably just going to break it pretty soon, but we could range. If you want to set a signal, you know, there's your line at 116.951. You could call it 117, and once you're closing 4 hourly candles above that, you could feel better about downside risk if you're going to long. 1 hour. See, on the 1 hour, we are holding support. We're flagging out above the 200 period moving average, the 200-hour moving average. And we have a bit of a bull pennant right here. The 21-hour moving average is steadily moving up to meet price action. We're going to see a cross. It's looking to cross the 200. Once the 21 and the 50 cross the 200, we're in very bullish territory at that point. I think that we're probably going to cool off for a little bit. And we probably, you know, wake up tomorrow and we're making another flagpole here, breaking out of this. So let's go to Ethereum and check the comments real quick. It's just me, so I'm going to be a little, I'm going to have a little bit of slack on the comments. Okay. Was watching Charles live AMA. Just finished now, so I'm here to smack your like. Thank you, do not you. I appreciate the support. What's up, Mr. Robbers? And Calvin says, question for the chat. Do you think this cycle is different from past cycles or just elongating? Got you. Okay, Ethereum. Ether, I don't even know her. There you go. There's your joke for the day. Muffhead, I don't think I'm gonna be able to have a prolonged discussion about exit targets today, because I have a dinner to go to here in a little bit, which means I gotta finish my beer. Okay, so Ether, I don't even know her. Ethereum on the daily. See, depending on what chart you're looking at, we did crack a new all-time high. So, according to CoinMarketCap, it's at 1891, or sorry, 4891 or so, and we fell just a few dollars short. But you know, all of crypto Twitter is posting that we made a new all-time high. You know, it's just barely on most charts. So, you know, I'll go ahead and concede that we did, but it's close. Let's see here. 1 week. The weekly chart for Ethereum looks very, very, very bullish. Look, we have this green line that I drew a while back on the show, right? So what we have here is I'm going to remove all of my drawings. Okay. And I'm going to redraw that green line. We have that level right there. And we were, when we were approaching $4,000 even, we were debating. Ethereum was flirting with us, okay? And it was playing hard to get and debating whether it was going to make a triple top, right? Because if we had gotten rejected right here, that would have been a triple top, almost a quadruple top, to be honest. And, you know, we already made a triple top and then we broke through. So we would have almost certainly broken this low right here if we got rejected. We would have almost certainly broken this low at, you know, $2,300. And we may have even broken this low down here at $1,500 had we gotten rejected off of $4,000. However, we broke through. Let me pull my chart down. We broke through, and now we've set a new all-time high. And so if we look at the weekly chart, I don't see some kind of inverse head and shoulders or something that's really easy to draw a measured move. Let me look at the monthly and see if I see something. Yeah, no. 2 week. Three-day. So, yeah, I'll have to remember what I drew because I found a pattern that had us going to about $8,000. And I think that might have been like taking the measured move from the breakout point of the last cycle and then taking the measured move from the breakout point of this cycle and showing about $8,000. That might have been the case. I think that if we're going to start looking for patterns, we're going to now is the time that we start to form a pattern that we can make a measured move from, because so far we've just been ranging. Like, look at this range for such a long time. So we've broken out of it now, and that's incredibly bullish for Ethereum. Reset chart view. On the 4 hour, I expect us to start making a flag like this, because this is definitely a flagpole here. And if we do start to form this, then the measured move in the short term is going to take us to $5,400. And I think that is coming sooner rather than later. So there you go. John Foster dumping. It's not really a dump. I mean, look, let's it's always amazing to me, and I know you probably don't mean it like this, John. I get it. But it's always amazing to me how Bitcoin can be at such highs right now. Like, look, if we go to the 1 hour, on Bitcoin. Like the RSI and the stochastics did get sort of overbought, right? So this flag may not be so tight. This flag can definitely come down like this. We can definitely range. We can definitely range down lower. We could even range like this. You know, on the 4 hour, I think I showed a range down to 115.7 or something like that. So yeah, we're gonna range because we're flagging out. We've got to rebuild a little bit of momentum on the smaller time frames. But look, the reset is happening right now on the RSI and the stochastics, right? We move sideways. We build a little bit of momentum by dipping down out of the oversold territory so that we can move back up. Look at how many 1 hourly candles we've closed above the 200 period moving average. And look at how the 21 is getting ready to cross the 200. So none of these are signs to me that we're just going to give up the gains that we got. I don't see anything signaling that. So it's amazing how we can be at such highs, and Bitcoin has closed over $100,000 for well over 100 days at this point, and then we say we're dumping. Don't drink and drive, LOL. No, I'm not. I mean, this is only 5.4%. So I am way, way, way under the limit. But I'll ride with my family anyways. So, yes, let's see here. Ethereum on the 1 hour. Okay, yeah, I showed that flag. Golden cross right here on the 1 hour for Ethereum. And the Stokes are showing a bearish divergence. We're going to cool off, but we're going to cool off within this flag. Guys, we're going to flag out. This is what all of these time frames are going to show, is that we're going to flag out. The 21 is going to come up to meet price action, and then we're going to break out again over the weekend. Unfortunately, because we may create another CME gap on Sunday for Bitcoin, right? But, that CME gap would be, what was the daily close today? That CME gap would come in at the candle closed at $116,935. So that's our CME gap if we create one. And then maybe Monday we're going to have to see what happens from there. So there we go. I am out of time at this point. Thank you, Mr. Roberts, for joining us. Thank you, John Foster. Thank you, Amelia. Thank you, John 316. Thank you, Calvin. Thank you, Do Not You. Thank you, Harlem. Thank you, Muffhead. And thank you, everyone who supports us on the channel. Cheers. Be blessed. Stay hydrated. Peace.